Why does one random video hit 100 million views, while another, almost identical, gets buried? It's not luck. There's actually a hidden pattern your brain can't resist, and viral trends are built to play you like a game. Every swipe, every scroll, every share feels like fun, but it's really a trap you can't stop falling for. Stay tuned, because the final secret we'll uncover is so wild, you'll never look at your feed the same way again. And here's the kicker. What looks random on your feed, not random at all. There is a design underneath it, and once you spot it, you cannot unsee it. Most of us think viral fame is just luck, like hitting the jackpot. One random video blows up while the rest fade into the void. But if you pay attention, there is a pattern hiding in plain sight. Picture this. A kid records a goofy dance in their messy bedroom, and overnight they are everywhere. Meanwhile, trained dancers with flawless moves barely scrape 100 views. How does that make sense? Because the internet does not reward effort, it rewards attention. The clips that win are the ones with that little spark. Maybe it is something new, maybe it is funny, maybe it hits you right in the feelings. And once you see it, you realize viral is not random at all. So if viral is not random, what are these sparks that make some posts impossible to ignore? The first one is novelty. Your brain is wired to pay attention to anything that feels new or unexpected. That is why a bizarre meme or a crazy headline stops you mid-scroll. The second spark is familiarity. If something feels too strange, your brain rejects it, but if it feels just familiar enough, it feels safe and shareable. This is why trends remix the same dances, sounds, or formats again and again. It is new, but it is also comfortable. And the third spark is emotion. Make someone laugh, shock them, or pull on their heartstrings, and you have got their attention. That is why outrage spreads so fast, and why a story of kindness can rack up millions of shares. But here is the sneaky part. Emotion usually does not work alone. Most viral posts stack their spark. A clip might be funny, relatable, and surprising all at once. That combo lights up your brain in a way you cannot scroll past. So the next time you are sucked into a trend, ask yourself, was it the novelty, the familiarity, or the emotion that got me hooked? Chances are it was all three. And those sparks feel powerful in the moment. But here's the real kicker. On their own, they fade fast. What really keeps you scrolling is the reward loop they create. And the best way to picture it, think about standing in front of one of those claw machines. Most grabs are a total fail. The claw slips, the toy falls, nothing happens. But every once in a while, you snag a prize. That one win is all it takes to make you try again. Your feed works the same way. Every swipe is like dropping another coin and pulling the claw. One post is boring, the next one is hilarious, then another is shocking, and suddenly you have been scrolling for 20 minutes. Your brain is chasing that next prize. Each like, each heart, each little comment is a mini reward. Even if you are not posting, just scrolling, you are still gambling for that perfect clip that makes you laugh or that headline that makes you gasp. And that is where the trap tightens. Most people believe they are the ones in control, choosing what to watch. But the loop is choosing for you. The platform gives you just enough wins to keep you hooked, the same way the claw machine gives you just enough prizes to keep you feeding it coins. That little setup is what makes it so addictive. Once you see it, it is hard to unsee. You are not just scrolling for fun. You are playing a game that is designed to play you. But here is the thing about games. They are never played alone. Because it is not just the clips keeping you hooked, it is the people around you, the crowd. And the reason the crowd matters so much is simple. We are wired to look at what everyone else is doing and take it as a signal for what we should do. Back in the day, following the tribe literally meant survival. If the group ran, you ran. If the group stayed, you stayed. That instinct is still baked into your brain. So when a video racks up millions of views, your brain doesn't just see numbers, it sees proof. Proof that this thing must matter. Proof that it is worth your time. And you can see this play out in something as simple as a dance challenge. The first person to try it looks silly, the second one looks bold, but by the time hundreds of people are doing it, it feels normal. And once it hits millions, it almost feels like you are missing out if you don't join. And it is not just strangers online. When your friends are sharing the same trend, tagging each other, or dropping inside jokes about it, the pressure is even stronger. You don't want to be the one left out. You want to stay in the loop. And that is the real power of the crowd. It can lift something harmless into a global moment, or turn darker emotions into wildfire. But here's the twist. The same herd effect that makes dance challenges blow up also explains why negativity spreads even faster. The crowd does not just amplify the fun, it amplifies the dark. And the reason it works so well is because of how your brain is wired. Here is where things get uncomfortable. Your brain is hardwired to pay more attention to threats than to positive vibes. Psychologists call it negativity bias, but you already feel it in action. A shocking headline grabs you faster than a wholesome story. An argument in the comments keeps you reading longer than a compliment ever could. That is why outrage travels at lightning speed online. A clip that makes you mad, scared, or disgusted is almost guaranteed to rack up shares. Not because you want to spread negativity, but because your brain is wired to shout, "Look at this, it matters." And platforms know this. Their algorithms quietly reward the content that gets the biggest reactions, even if those reactions are fueled by anger or fear. The result? Outrage becomes contagious. We end up boosting the very stuff that stresses us out just because we cannot look away. And that is the dark side of viral. It does not just connect us with funny dances or heartwarming moments. It traps us in cycles of drama, outrage, and fear, all because those emotions light up the brain like a fire alarm. But the pull does not stop at feelings. The deepest hook of all is when a trend stops being just content you watch and starts becoming part of who you are. Because this is where trends get sticky. We do not just follow them. We wear them like badges. If your feed is full of workout clips, suddenly you feel like part of the fitness tribe. If you are reposting a meme, it signals what kind of humor you have. Even political hashtags work this way. They are less about the message and more about showing, "This is me, this is my side." Once a trend plugs into your identity, it is almost impossible to resist. Ignoring it feels like ignoring part of yourself. But here is the part most people miss. You are not the one choosing these identities. Something else is nudging you into them. Because behind every viral trend is a hidden hand, the algorithm. It decides what you see, when you see it, and how often. And the more you interact, the more it shapes your world, like a puppet master pulling strings. And you can see its power in action every time you open your feed. Think about it. Two people can open the same app at the same time and see completely different feeds. Why? Because the algorithm is customizing your reality. If you laugh at one meme, it shows you 10 more. If you watch one political rant, suddenly you are drowning in them. This is not random, it is reinforcement. The algorithm studies what you linger on, what you replay, what you share, and it builds a feedback loop that feels tailor-made just for you. The scary part, over time, this does not just reflect your interests. It reshapes them. What you think is your taste, your identity, your opinions, might actually be the algorithm's design. And once you realize that, the question is unavoidable. Are you scrolling your feed, or is your feed scrolling you? And here is where the story flips. If your feed can shape you, then you can shape it back. Escaping the loop does not mean tossing your phone in the ocean. It means using it on your terms. Every time you pause before clicking, every time you question why a post popped up, you chip away at the hold. Turn off the buzz of non-stop notifications. Set hard limits so the scroll does not stretch into hours. And here is the underrated one. Curate your feed. Follow accounts that fuel your mind instead of draining it. These may sound small, but they add up. Each choice is like cutting a thread until the puppet finally drops the strings. That is the moment you stop being the puppet and start being the player. Because once you see the system for what it is, you can finally decide how you want to play it. And to play it right, you need to remember the 5 viral secrets your brain never saw coming. Number 1, novelty wins. Your brain loves fresh, weird, unexpected. Effort does not guarantee attention. Surprise does. Number 2, the reward loop. Every laugh, every scroll is another grab at the claw machine prize. That is why you cannot stop. Number 3, herd mentality. When everyone else is in, your brain screams at you not to be left out. Number 4, negativity spreads faster than joy. Outrage lights up the brain like a fire alarm. And number 5, the wild one. The algorithm is not reflecting you, it is rewriting you. That one is crazy, but once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So now you know the playbook behind every viral trend. This is Innerverse. Drop a comment, hit that like, and share this with someone who cannot put their phone down. Because now you know the secret neuroscience behind viral trends.